Inhaling in, holding, and out through the nose. And go ahead and close your eyes. Just focus on your bit of breath. Centering on your spine, that line that runs through our middle portion of our body. Keep your eyes closed and just focus on lengthening the breath and matching the length of your breath with your exhale. Letting your spine grow nice and tall. The crown of your head, the very top of your head, going straight towards the sky. Feeling yourself lengthen and grow. In this time, you can begin to come inward to your heart space, to nurturing yourself, to why you've decided on doing some yoga today. Letting yourself find what makes you excited and feel passionate towards yourself. Could be something you're grateful for, like doing yoga today, going for a run, painting, being creative. Let it be your own. We're going to hold this intention in our hearts through our practice. This intention that brings so much care and love to our bodies. Keep that deep inhale into the lungs, into the belly. You can put your hand on your heart center space in your stomach. Feel it expand with your inhale and collapse with your exhale. Keep that spine nice and long and your intention in your mind and in your heart. In through the nose and out through the nose. Into the belly, into the lungs. Go ahead and let your hands fall to your knees. Gently embracing your body and becoming one fluid line of energy. Continuing your deepening breath and your matching exhale as much as you can. Go ahead and inhale your arms up, above your head, palms facing each other. Letting your shoulders drop away from your ears. Your shoulder blades down your back. We're just here, suspended, focused on our breath, focused on lengthening our spine. Inhale and stretch a little bit more up. And on your exhale, go ahead and begin rounding your back, catching your hands on your knees. You can keep your eyes closed or flutter them open. We're going to be in a bit of a cat pose with our knees, hands on our knees. Inhale and bring your body forward. Sorry about the cat. She just loves the attention. She knows she's on camera. And then on your exhale, rounding the spine again. Inhale, coming forward, arching your back just a little bit, just gently warming up the spine. Exhale, rounding your back. Inhale, your chest comes forward. And exhaling, rounding the back. Stay with this movement with your own breath. Staying in a place of calm and center within your body. You're not trying to push anything or make our body move further than it wants to. On your next inhale, lengthen your back into your seat. Raising your arms above your head again. Arching your back just slightly. And exhale, come and bring your hands forward in front of you. Just gently warming up the spine here. You can go a little bit further. Feel free to do so. But stay where it's comfortable for you and where your butt is still on the ground. So your sit bone should still be on the ground. And your arms are out in front of you, giving your body a little bit of a stretch here. And breathe into the back body space. When we do this, we're really just breathing into our heart center and letting that energy flow through us. Stay with that lengthened breath. Always try to come back to the breath. The posture is secondary. The breath gives us life. Inhale and begin to walk your hands back, straight back. Inhale again, your arms come up. And exhale them down, heart center. Take an extra breath here, coming back to that intention of self-love, of what sets your heart on fire, what makes you excited in life. Exhale and bring your hands behind you. It can be just the fingertips, just stretching out that front body, opening up that heart space again, giving that back and the shoulder blades a nice stretch. So it looks a little bit like this. Tilt your head back, giving yourself just a slight back bend. Breathing in here, breathing into the front body space. On your exhale, go ahead and come back up to this flat back, straight back. And we're going to gently plant your right hand next to your side. And inhale, our left arm up and gently over. We're not collapsing, we're supporting our body with our arm, the right arm, and bring a nice energetic line up and above us while we open up the side of our lung space. Continue to breathe into here. Really focusing that breath into this left lung. Exhale and bring your left hand down, placing it next to you. Inhaling the right arm up. and over. Exhaling here. Really opening up that right lung space now. Warming up the spine. Giving us a little bit of energy. Exhale, bring it back down. And here we're gonna just scrunch up our shoulders on our inhale. And exhale, our shoulder blades down our back. One more time. Scrunch up a little bit for our inhale. And roll our shoulder blades down our back. We're going to turn on our mat. You can either get to a tabletop position like I do, or whatever way feels best for you. Coming to a tabletop position. Hands are planted strong and wide hands into the ground. And we're stacking bones, meaning you're stacking the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists to keep everything nice and protected. And we're gonna inhale, drop our belly, open up our chest for cow. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking our tailbone for cat. Try to keep your feet planted into the ground. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Continue with your own breath. We're going to do about 5 more of these to really warm up our spine. On your next exhale, go ahead and come to a flat tabletop position. We're going to gently tuck our toes, bring our arms out a little bit more in front of us, keeping the distance of our hands about shoulder length apart. So you can bring your hands out straight in front of you, and that's where your shoulder length is. So shoulder width is. So creating shoulder width length apart. Go ahead and push up, and you can keep your knees bent or go straight into straight legs. It depends on where you are today. Some days are going to be straight legs, some days you're going to want to have a little chair, and that's okay. Listen to your body. That's what yoga is really about. Keep your upper abdomen engaged and really push through the palms of your hands to keep your structure and to keep you in line. You can go ahead and pedal out your legs if you need to. We're going to inhale, and you can either walk, step, or jump to the front of your mat. Exhale here into your forward fold. On your inhale, we come to the halfway lift. And exhale back to our forward fold. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, and go ahead and roll your way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. This can either be with your arms down by your sides, or you can bring your arms up, overhead, or down to heart center. Whatever feels best for you in this moment. Exhale and go ahead and roll back down. Plant your hands. Keeping that structure as before, so stacking your bones. Bend your knees We're gonna come to a plank position. You're gonna be on your fingertips and you're gonna be supported by your arms. Take an extra breath here. And on your exhale, go ahead and come on down very gently. You can use your knees to get there or just come straight down, whatever works for you. And we're going to take an extra breath of rest here. So you can either place your arms down and turn your head. And then when you're done with that breath, you're gonna bring our hands down for a lower ribs and gently push up to baby cobra, keeping our eye line low and gently just bringing up the front part of our body. Exhale, down, inhale, tuck your toes, push up to a plank, and then come into your downward dog. And we're gonna do that all again. So stepping up with your inhale, exhaling, falling forward, letting your body just fall and rest. You can grab your elbows. We're going to take a couple extra breaths here. Letting your body just kind of melt into yourself. You can bend your knees a little bit. Let your belly touch your thighs. Just letting yourself have some time to relax. Sway a little bit side to side. Release your arms. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale into your forward fold. Bend your knees slightly. Inhale and roll your way up to Tadasana. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale with control. Trying to remember to keep our breath elongated. It's giving us life, giving us energy and vitality. It heals our body. So it's really important to give ourselves every moment of breath that we can. Inhale your arms up. With a slight back bend and exhale, come down like a waterfall. Just wanting to fall. Plant your hands, step back into your plank. You can either do this on your knees, or you can be in your actual plank and go ahead and inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to gently drop. We're not collapsing. We're doing it with control. We're using our arms to help guide us. And then on the opposite side, we're going to take a brief rest. So turning your head to the other side than you did before. Taking a nice, deep, long breath. And exhaling that breath out. Replace your hands back by your lower ribs and come into another little baby cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Push your way up to plank and then into your downward dog. Remembering to keep your abdomen engaged, your hands out wide. We want to make sure that they're pointing, that our fingertips are pointing to the top of our mat. And then we're going to do one more time. So walking up to the top of our mat. Exhaling into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and gently let your body look into your mountain pose. Inhale your arms up and slightly back. And exhale, you can even let your hands in the water fall down. Get your hands, and we're gonna move back into our plank. Inhale up and exhale, we're gonna gently come down. This time we'll rest. We're just gonna bring our hands down to our lower ribs. Inhale, come up for a baby cobra. Keeping that eye line low helps protect the neck. You don't want to overstretch because then we pinch our neck back here and that's not fun. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Push your way back up to plank and back into downward dog. Holding here for a few more breaths. Come back to the breath. Keep trying to lengthen it. Inhaling deeply into the stomach, into the lungs. Showing yourselves in love with every breath we take. And I relax the face, relax the jaw, unhook the tongue from the top of the mouth. Really letting things kind of fall into place. You can always take a child posture if this is getting too hard for you. Coming down onto the knees, connecting the toes and sitting back with your arms out in front of you. Resting the forehead on the ground. Child's pose is always available, no matter where we are in a class, what we're doing, even in life. Sometimes you just need to get down on the ground and let yourself rest. Go ahead, if you took a child's pose, come back up and meet us in downward dog. We're going to inhale our right foot up. Exhale and come and bring it through, or at least part of the way through. So it doesn't have to come through our hands. It's coming into the middle of our mat. We're going to drop our left foot down at about a 45-degree angle. So this is no degree, this is 45 degrees. So that left foot should be out slightly, and our hip points are trying to point forward. So it's okay if you have to give yourself a little extra space to get there. We're all about honoring our bodies, whatever that may be, and working with what we're given and what we have right now. So go ahead and make sure that your ankle is in line with your knee and that your knee is pointing towards your second and third toe right here. That means that you're going to be in perfect knee alignment, and it feels so good on your knees. And next, we're going to inhale our arms up. We're going to stay here, resting in this posture, making sure with each breath we're elongating our spine, dropping our shoulders. Don't want them right next to the ears like this. You want them down like that. You want to have them a bit rested. And that's what this will look like from the front. keeping that abdomen engaged. The breath still coming into the belly, still coming into the lungs, giving us life, giving us energy, letting us stretch out our legs. This oxygen is so healing. You can even try closing your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. Really holding this space, letting the blood rush down from our fingertips. Exhale and go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Coming back to your love for yourself, what sets your heart on fire, what makes you excited. Remember, this is just one piece of loving yourself. Go ahead and come down. Plant your hands next to your foot, like so. And gently turn your back foot to a lunge position, which is like this. Instead of being angled, it's now straight. We're going to push our back foot to meet it. Come up to a plank. Inhale. And exhale, back down to the mat. Back down. Letting our bodies rest. You can put your hands down. Just coming back to that breath. When you're ready, we're going to all bring our hands back to our lower ribs. Inhale, and instead of baby cobra, we're going to lift up, lifting our hips up, our thighs off the ground, having our feet planted, giving us support. And then we're going to tuck our toes, push back into downward dog. We went from upward dog to downward dog. Coming back to this resting posture. We're going to inhale our left foot up and exhale it to the middle of our mat. And then placing our right foot in our warrior one position. Inhale up to standing. This side might be a bit easier for you since we already went through it on the other side. We're going to hold here, resting. Connecting to our breath, through our body. And every inhale, remember you're trying to lengthen your spine. And exhale, bringing your body down, planting your hands by your feet. Perhaps even lifting your hands out a little bit to come back into your plank position. Inhale and exhale. Begin to drop and find yourself down. Move your hands to your lower ribs. Inhale and push up to downward dog. Sorry, upward dog. tuck your toes and move back into your downward dog. Finding a little bit of maybe extra length in the legs. Remembering to keep your upper abdomen engaged. Your hands planted. And breathe here. Inhale, your right foot up. And we're going to really try to bring it as close to our hands, if not through, as possible, with as much control as we can. Keeping that back foot engaged. We're on the ball of our foot, really giving ourselves some length here. And if you need to, you can bring that back knee down. But if you can, keep it up. You're going to inhale, our arms up again. Keeping the alignment of the knee, so the knee's protected, and the back leg very strong. So kind of like scissors. We're trying to keep tension between our thighs. So our tension is there, our arms are in the air, our breath is lengthening. We're just going to stay. Making ourselves feel strong, confident, and powering through. Exhale your arms down to heart center. Still staying. Exhale. Again, bring your hands down, squaring your foot and bringing that knee down to the ground, untucking those toes. We're going to gently lengthen your front leg, the right leg, with our toes going up towards our face. We're going to keep our arms down here to keep the knee protected. It kind of just gives us extra stability. Breathing into this space, so kind of imagining each of your breaths just going to the back of your leg. If you can get closer to your leg, but it's not necessary. You can stay on your fingertips, or if you have blocks, that makes it easier. Whatever you need, just make sure to give that to yourself. It's all part of self-love. It's recognizing what you need and then giving it to yourself. Two very different things and very hard sometimes to do. But yoga helps teach us exactly how to do that. All right, exhale. Come back into that forward lunge. Tuck your toe. Push your left leg up straight. Plant both of your hands and have your right foot meet your left. Inhale in your plank and just hold. Really engage the abdomen and focus on that breath still. Up. Inhale and exhale. Come back down. Remembering to control. If you need to use your knees, use your knees. We're going to bring our fingers back down to our lower ribs. Inhale again and push up to our upward dog. your toes and push back to your downward dog. Remember your breath here, lengthening and keeping on to it. It's okay if it gets a little shorter. It's just trying to make it longer. We don't have to get there right now. It's just about the process of trying. Practice. It's a yoga practice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your left foot up and bring it all the way through as best as you can. Keeping that back right leg now very strong. On the ball of your foot. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Making sure that knee is in alignment. Feeling where your body might be wobbly. Most of the time, one side is more wobbly than the other. For me, it's usually my left side. You're trying to lengthen your arms, lengthen that back leg, keep it strong. Staying with your breath. A little bit easier when we're not moving. It feels really hard to stay, keep with that breath, keep that focus there. Inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to come down, planting our front foot, lowering that back foot, and straightening the left foot. So our back right foot is on its knee. And we're just going to lengthen the left leg and really give that stretch. So pointing the toes towards the face, protecting our knee by giving ourselves structure and balancing. We're not just on our knee. Especially if you're not super practiced right now or you're just tired. This is going to be very helpful to protecting that very soft and delicate tissue here. And you can move and find what feels best for you. We're going to be here for a minute. Really just try to keep coming back to the breath, focusing the breath to go into the back of the leg here. Really just like imagining it. Imagine it in your head, but it's going to be entering the body right here. Maybe even breathing through your foot up your leg. Relaxing all of that tension that might be there. I know mine get really tight there. And your next inhale, go ahead and bring that front part of your foot back down onto the mat. Tuck your back toe. Square your foot and bring it back to meet the other. And then we're going to move through our little flow. So plank to upward dog to downward dog in your own time. You're going to take a few breaths in downward dog. you want, you can come take a small child's posture, whatever feels right to you. And then from whether you're in downward dog or you chose to take a child's posture, we're going to come back up. Back meet everyone in downward dog. And we're going to gently walk our way up to standing. At the front of our mat, or for me, it'll be the middle of my mat. We're going to give ourselves just a nice moment here. With our toes together, but the backs of our feet are not together. So it makes a little pizza. We're just going to let our bodies kind of rest here and stretch out a little bit. Drop your arms. Inhale to your halfway lift. And we're going to take a couple extra breaths here as well. And the next exhale, go ahead and drop your arms back down. Forward fold. Giving yourself an extra breath here. Inhaling gently and very slowly. Inhale, bending your knees, and gently letting your body roll up to standing. Your head should come very last. Just let yourself be here for a moment. Blood rushing back into your body. You might be a little bit lightheaded. Sometimes that happens. Just giving yourself some space here. Inhale your arms up. And exhale down to heart center. Giving yourself some space. Coming back to what lights your heart on fire, what makes you feel loved. What makes you feel loved by yourself. We're going to gently now take our hands onto our hips. Bend our right leg out. You can either stay here in this tripod retreat, or you can bring your foot up to your shin or your thigh, if that is comfortable and safe for you. Just avoid putting the pressure like on the knee, because the knee is too sensitive and delicate. We take ourselves into tree pose, one of my all-time favorite postures, mainly because I love trees and I love feeling like I can connect to them. You can either leave your hands on your hips, bring them to heart center, or when you're ready, you can just like let your branches come alive. You can go out wide, you can come up. You can pretend that you are your favorite kind of tree, like you really love palm trees. Now you're a palm tree. If you like an oak, be an oak or a willow. Be whatever you want. And while we're here, imagine the roots of your tree growing out of your foot, digging into the mat, keeping you balanced and structured and safe. Just come back to your breath. You left it. Just keep coming back to it. exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. You can even open up your hands into a little lotus flower. Just like you are blooming every day, you can show that in your practice by giving yourself a little lotus flower. Begin to turn your knee forward, connecting your hands together. Catch your knee by your shin. You can even activate your foot so it's not just hanging out here, it's activated and flat. Inhale and bring your knee into your body, just slightly. Exhale and gently let it come down with control, meeting your left foot. Inhale, both your arms up. Exhale down, heart center, either with prayer hands or your little lotus flower. Hands on our hips again. We're going to do the other side. So you can either be in the tripod, this little one here. You can take it off. It's balancing can be hard at first, so be gentle with yourself. You fall, get back into it. Inhale, bring either any of these three spots, your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. Like I said, I'm very practiced in this. This is my favorite, absolutely favorite posture in all of yoga. I think it's either this or warrior three. You can either have your hands on your hips at your heart center, or when you're ready, let your branches just come alive. The branches can be different on different sides. So it feels good to you. Sometimes I really like to stretch them out wide. It just stretches all the muscles in my arms versus just going straight up. So you can stretch them out wide. Whatever feels right for your body. And just breathe here. A nice tip to if you do have your foot on your thigh, you really engage the thigh into the foot, kind of like you're pushing both together. So it kind of melds you and gives you a little extra balance. You can also focus your eyesight on something in the distance that isn't going to move. If you're looking down, that works, but try to keep your eyesight blind so your spine is as long as possible. That way you're not angling your neck in a weird way, and then you don't want to get a neck crank later. So just breathe here, focusing on that breath, lengthening it, letting all the stress of the day go. Try to relax the face. Try to relax every part of the body you can in this posture. I know that sounds funny. But the more practice you get, the easier it'll be for you, I promise. It's just practice. It's a yoga practice. I love reminding myself of that because I've always wanted to do more. But one day, we'll see. Inhale the arms up if they're not already there. If you can, and exhale down to heart center. Either that little lotus flower or prayer hands, whatever feels good to you. Connect your hands together. Turn your left knee forward, connecting your hands to your shin. Bring it in for a little hug. And exhale it down with control. Go ahead and step out wide with both legs. I'm going to just relax our body a little bit. Making sure the nice edge of our foot is in line with the edge of our mat. So it might feel a little bit funny, but it's going to protect you. Inhale your arms up. We're in our starfish pose. Really feel your body lengthening in every direction. You can even bring out your legs out wider if that feels comfortable. Whatever feels right for you. And on your next exhale, we're going to just gently fall forward, keeping a flat back. So bones are stacked again, shoulder over elbow over wrist. Hands are out really wide. And so they're protected. It protects our wrists really well. The wider you can have your hands, the more space you're giving your wrist. Keeping a flat back. If you are more practiced and you want to go further, just make sure that you keep your hands in line with where you want to go and your back is able to stay pretty straight. Sometimes I like to do that. Right now, I think I'll just stay easy. Just breathing here. Releasing tension in the legs, tension in our backs, especially our lower back. This is a great one for lower back pain. I use this a lot after climbing. You get into all sorts of positions on a wall. And this one just tends to release a lot of it. And gently bend the knees and begin to bring the toes in towards each other, walking those feet back. Now you're in a little bit of a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, down the heart center. I'm going to turn on my mat. We're going to do one more flow. So we're going to come down to plank, to upward dog, to downward dog in your own time with your own breath. Once we're on downward dog, we're going to just drop our knees. Sit back, onto our feet. We swing our feet kind of around. Clasp your hands together. We're going to gently come down by rolling your back. We're going to do a little back bend. So we're just going to do some bridge pose. So try to find what feels right to you. Make sure that your knees stay in line. So if you have a block, now would be a great time to put a block between your knees to make sure that they don't flail out. So I'll also show it from this position so you guys can kind of see hopefully a little bit better. We're going to find length with our fingers. Lengthen our fingers to the backs of our feet. So here. And we're going to inhale up. Making sure our legs aren't flailing out, but staying in line with our hips, staying in line with our knees and our ankles, keeping everything protected. You're going to relax the glutes. We're going to really use our thighs and our abdomen to hold us up and keep us protected. We're going to breathe here. One more breath. On our exhale, we're going to gently come down. Show that from the side as well. We're going to inhale up. You can even try to now bring your shoulders underneath you, or if you have it available, You can connect your hands together. Just make sure that the palms are touching fully, and you're not straining your wrists to hold on to each other, because that doesn't feel great. And just breathe in here. For some reason, I did not take a proper breath, and it does not work as well. Unclasp your hands if you're already there. Exhale and gently come down. Inhale your knees towards your chest, but making sure that your lower back is still on the ground. Give yourself a nice little rock. You can go side to side. You can go in little circles. If you do circles, make sure you go both directions. We're just releasing any lower back tension that may still be there. This is also one of my favorite postures. My favorite things to do. It's a little lower back massage. Inhale and just give yourself a nice hug. Bring your head up to your knees. Exhale and bring your head back down. Inhale, your feet come up flat as if you're trying to walk on the ceiling. You can take your hands behind your thighs if you'd like. We'll be here for a few breaths. If you have it in your practice, you can try candle or going to plow. Completely up to you, but I personally, I don't know, I like this one because it's really nice on the lower back. But if you do want to go into candle, just make sure that you're protected, that your body is controlled. Inhale and exhale, bring your legs down. Now, you can let your arms come out about 2 feet if you want, however far you would like. Just let yourself flail out. Close your eyes. If you have a blanket nearby, you can add the blanket. And from here, you're just going to be in your savasana, relaxing, and finding some peace and quiet. So eyes closed, give you a moment to get into your position. Give you a couple of minutes to relax the mind. You can let go of your breath.